Okay, hello, good afternoon. Welcome back to another live Hindu and Indian Express analysis. Today is 20th of August. It's a Tuesday afternoon, and I hope you all are here with me, excited to start the class. If you are, quickly give me a yes in the chat box. Let me know you all are here. How many of you are here with me today? Hi, Riddhi. Who else is here? Divyansh is here. Good afternoon. Hi Adrija, hi Devishi, hi Mukti, hi Netritva. Okay. Hi Tanvi, hi Gauravi. Good afternoon, everyone. Vishal is here. Good afternoon. We'll wait for one more minute. Let more people join in. Pradnesh is here. Gorika is here. K-pop is here. I can see some new names, some first timers in the live stream. Welcome all of you. My name is Govind Singh. I'm from Nalsar and your faculty for GK, LR, and English on YT. I hope you all enjoy today's session. We'll just start in a minute or so. Let more people join in. Till then, people who are first time viewers, can you quickly give me a yes in the chat box? People who are attending my Hindu analysis for the very first time, yes in the chat box, please. Yes in the chat box. If you are a first timer. Also, we are going to have our quiz today. I hope you all have prepared. Okay, Pradnesh, Gargi, we have a few new people. Aradhna is a veteran. Aradhna is not a first timer. Tanvi is also not a first timer. Okay, chalo, ठीक है. Let's start, guys. Let's start today's analysis. We did not have an analysis yesterday because we had a SLAT form filling session, and I hope you all attended that. If you did not, go back, attend that, fill your SLAT form because that is very important. Kritik is here, Achyut is here. Good afternoon, everyone. Are you all prepared for the Menti quiz? Menti quiz है आज याद है ना? On summits and indices. How many of you have prepared for the quiz? Give me a yes or no in the chat box. Yes or no in the chat box for preparation of your Menti quiz. Kratik ने नहीं करी है preparation. Okay. कोई प्रिपेयर करके आया है? ये सब ऐसे ही आ गए हैं मुंह उठा के हर बार की तरह? रिद्धि ने प्रिपेयर किया है. रिद्धि फिर से फर्स्ट आ जाएगी. रिद्धि 3-4 बार फर्स्ट आ चुकी है. Menti quiz is a fun, interactive MCQ based quiz which we have on our live stream once or twice a week. So you will get to know. आज you will get to know what is Menti quiz. मजा आएगा. चलो ठीक है. We have 25 odd people live with us and let's start on that note. If you guys are ready to start, quickly give me a yes. Quickly give me a ready in the chat box. Ready in the chat box if you all are ready to start. People who are not aware of the Menti thing, don't worry. I'll explain it to you. It's not that complicated. कोई rocket science नहीं है. Your Chum Jahan. Wow, that's some name. Okay. Okay, everyone is ready. Good afternoon, Parv. ठीक है तो चलो welcome back to another Hindu analysis. It's 20th of August and I hope you all missed me with my Hindu analysis. It's been a couple of days since we met in the Hindu analysis and today we are going to cover what all things. We are going to cover 4 pieces of news and then we'll have our Menti quiz. Okay. So जल्दी से आज की न्यूज कर लेते हैं फिर Menti में मजे करेंगे. So India-Sri Lanka military exercise is one thing we'll cover. India's power export rules. This is an article in today's Hindu newspaper. We'll do that. This is also an article in the Hindu. Yaks from China and Clean Ganga mission. Also an article from the Hindu. So if you guys want me to do the Indian Express as well, we can take a glance over the Indian Express newspaper. But aaj ke liye, these are the 4 topics which I have picked Okay, very different topics, very interesting topics. And then, of course, we have our Menti quiz on summits and indices. Okay, so इसमें तो मजा आने वाला है ही. This is the Menti quiz code, which we'll come to later. So चलो start करते हैं आज के analysis से. Can anyone tell me the name of the exercise, the India Sri Lanka military exercise, which was recently held? Name of the exercise in the chat box. Let's see who all know this. What is the name of the exercise recently held between India and Sri Lanka? Pradnesh has given me the right answer. सबसे पहले Mitra Shakti is the name of the exercise. Absolutely correct. Mitra Shakti. Next question. Where was the exercise held? The exercise was conducted at which place? Name of the place. Okay, once again, Pradnesh has given me the right answer. Maduru Oya in Sri Lanka. Absolutely correct. I'll write it down here for all of you. It's Maduru Oya in Sri Lanka. And can any one of you tell me why is this exercise special? Like, what is something which was unique to this exercise? The hint is also on your screen. What was special about this exercise? Yes, Maduru Oya, Sri Lanka is the right answer. Absolutely. First time dogs were also used. Canines, or how they called it, they write it as canines. So, yes, it's a fancy way of writing canines. Canines are your dogs. Usually, this word is used to refer to dogs, canines, because they have these big teeth, big canine teeth. Humans also have canines, but not jitne dogs ke paas hote hain. So, canines were used for the very first time in this particular exercise. What was the name of the dog which India deployed in this particular exercise? Give me the name of the dog. Dog squad involved, assault dogs, absolutely correct. I need the name of this cute to nahi, but this handsome dog. Zach, absolutely. Zach is the name. ZAC, Zach. And let's see if anyone knows the breed of this dog. Can anyone tell me the breed of this dog? Which breed is this dog? Malinois, that is half the answer. No, it looks like a German Shepherd, but it's not a German Shepherd. Pradnesh has given me the full name. Mishika has given me the half name. So equal points to both of you. It is a Belgian Malinois. Okay. Not Malinois, it's Malinois. Belgian Malinois. Yes, correct. I'll write it down for you. It's Malinois, not a German Shepherd. Okay, so this is the breed of the dog. It's a 2.5 years old dog named Zach, which participated from the Indian side. And canines were introduced. The exercise was held in Sri Lanka, Maduru Oyu. The exercise name is Mitra Shakti. अच्छा शक्ति से एक और एक्सरसाइज है which was a air force exercise, aerial exercise, which India recently conducted, a very large scale multinational exercise. What is the name of that exercise which also has Shakti in its name? We had a discussion on it recently. Dash Shakti was an exercise, multinational, multilateral air force exercise. Yes, Tarang Shakti. Absolutely correct. Good job, good job, good job. Everyone is well up to date. I like that. So that's all about this particular news. It was just a factual piece of information which I wanted to discuss. Let's talk about the second topic. The second topic is about India's power export. So this is an elaborate article in today's Hindu newspaper. And let me give you a quick gist, a quick summary of what the issue is all about. सो हमारे प्रिय अदानी जी हैं, उनका एक पोर्ट है झारखंड में. कैन यू गाइस टेल मी द नेम ऑफ दैट झारखंड पोर्ट विच इज यूज्ड टू एक्सपोर्ट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी टू बांग्लादेश? डज एनीवन नो द नेम ऑफ द पोर्ट? Yes, Pradnesh has given me the right answer. It's the Goda port. It's in Jharkhand. Not port, sorry. Power plant. क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं अभी? Port. Power plant. ठीक है, गोदा power plant. What type of power plant is this? Is it nuclear? Is it hydroelectric? Is it solar? Is it thermal? Can you tell me the type of this power plant? Like, what resources does it use to generate electricity? The Goda power plant. ये heading गलत है यहाँ पे. Power plant होगा. What kind of power plant is this? It's a thermal power plant, absolutely correct. And why is this power plant unique? This power plant is unique because this was India's first exclusive power plant just meant for export of electricity. Export to which country? Export to Bangladesh, right? सो ये जो पावर प्लांट था, थर्मल पावर प्लांट, ये कोल से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोड्यूस करता था एंड बांग्लादेश को एक्सपोर्ट करता था. दे डिड नॉट हैव द राइट्स टू प्रोड्यूस इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फॉर डोमेस्टिक यूज और फॉर यूज इन इंडिया. दे जस्ट वर एक्सक्लूसिवली फॉर एक्सपोर्ट प्रोडक्शन टू बांग्लादेश. ठीक है, अब चक्कर क्या हो गया? द इशू इज दैट बांग्लादेश बिकेम अनस्टेबल because of the whole Sheikh Hasina fiasco, which I am assuming all of you are aware. We have discussed it a lot of times. And now an interim government has been established under the leadership of which person? Which person are we in talks with respect to Bangladeshi diplomacy? Who is the person leading everything there? Can you tell me the name of the guy? Yes, Mohammad Yunus, absolutely correct. So Mohammad Yunus से हमारा discussion चल रहा है, and because Bangladesh is unstable in nature, because Bangladeshi politics and economics are in a ruckus as of now, so we need to protect our interest when it comes to our export. The question is कि अब अगर हम export करते जाएंगे electricity to Bangladesh, would we get the payments on time? Would we get our dues on time with respect to that electricity production? The answer is maybe, maybe not. We don't know. So to safeguard Adani Power, which is the company which produces thermal electricity through your Goda power plant, to protect the interest of Adani Power, we have made an amendment to our power rules. What is that amendment? The amendment is if we do not receive timely payments, then we now have the right to redirect that electricity produced from the Goda power plant for domestic usage. यानी कि पहले वो एक्सक्लूसिवली सिर्फ एक्सपोर्ट के लिए था, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी सिर्फ हम बांग्लादेश को देते थे, बट अब वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वी कैन ऑल्सो यूज फॉर आर कंट्रीज यूजेज, एंड दैट इज द चेंज विच हैज बीन मेड इन द पावर रूल्स. ठीक है, लेट्स quickly take a look at the article in the newspaper as well, at the actual article, but this is the gist of the article. Okay, all right, so this is the article. A change in India's power export rules. When did India's first transnational power project that supplies all the power generated to another nation come into being? Why did the Bangladesh Power Development Board request a revision of the power purchase agreement? What does the latest amendment mandate? Okay, so this is talking about multiple issues, but what is the most relevant issue which I told you just abhi? Okay, so this is talking about the Goda power project, how it's a Jharkhand subsidiary of Adani Power, supplies 1496 megawatt to Bangladesh from the ultra supercritical thermal power plant in Goda. ठीक है, तो ये हुआ था हमारा पावर परचेज एग्रीमेंट बांग्लादेश पावर डेवलपमेंट बोर्ड के साथ. कब हुआ था? नवंबर 2017 में हुआ था. कितने साल के लिए हुआ था? 25 ईयर्स के लिए हुआ था. सो दीज आर सम फैक्ट्स व्हिच यू कैन प्रोबेबली रिमेंबर. नाउ इस प्रोजेक्ट के काफी सारे क्रिटिसिज्म भी हुए थे. इस प्रोजेक्ट के क्रिटिसिज्म फ्रॉम एन एनवायरमेंटल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू भी हुए थे, फ्रॉम अ कॉस्ट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू भी हुए थे. क्यों हुए थे ये मैं बता देता हूँ. इस प्रोजेक्ट के लिए जो कोल यूज हो रहा है, द कोल विच इज बीइंग यूज्ड फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर थर्मल पावर प्लांट is imported, sorry, is imported from a country which is very far off. Can you tell me which country I'm talking of? From which country do we import the coal to produce electricity in the Goda power plant? Does anyone of you know? A country in the global south, very far from India, a country which is also a continent. I think that should suffice. Yes, Australia. करेक्ट. सो ऑस्ट्रेलिया से हम जो है कोल इंपोर्ट कर रहे थे. लाइक अदानी पावर वाज इंपोर्टिंग कोल फ्रॉम ऑस्ट्रेलिया. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में स्पेसिफिकली कहाँ से? कारमिकल कोल माइंस. आई राइट इट डाउन ऑन द स्क्रीन एज वेल. So this is the mines from which we were importing coal from Australia. Now, what is the concern? The concern is कि क्योंकि हम coal import कर रहे हैं, तो firstly it adds to the additional cost, which is added up to the production cost of the electricity. If you are importing something, you are also supposed to pay that particular country. You are also supposed to pay the transportation cost, and that adds up to the overall cost of production of that particular amount of electricity. And because it increases the cost, Bangladesh would also have to pay a higher cost, which was not sitting well with the Bangladeshi government or the Bangladeshi side of the agreement. That why are we paying such a high cost, because you are importing coal from a very far off country and we are having to pay that premium, right? So they were saying that इससे अच्छा है हम खुद ही प्रोड्यूस कर लेंगे, हमें अगर इंपोर्ट ही करना होता तो हम उनसे इंपोर्ट करके खुद प्रोड्यूस कर लेंगे, हमें वो सस्ता पड़ेगा, हम पहले आपसे क्यों लें, ठीक है, आप भी तो इंपोर्ट कर रहे हो. So that is one bit of it. The second bit of it is when something is transported through such a long distance, there is a lot of carbon emission which happens. If the coal is transported, let's say through a ship route or the aerial route, which are the only two possible options, then a lot of carbon emission would take place. So that again becomes an environmental concern, that we are importing coal from a very far off place. India usually imports coal from multiple countries. Australia is one of them. Indonesia is one of them. The coal which we have in our country, although we have a good amount of coal reserves in India, but we also have a monopolization to a certain extent, Coal India Limited ki taraf se. And also the coal which we produce in India is not a very high quality coal. It's not very high in calorific value, in carbon value. So we have to import the coal from multiple countries. So ye do concerns the, one was the cost concern, one was the environmental concern. Let's go back to our article. Let's see what the article is also saying. The Godha power plant is India's first transnational power plant that supplies all the power generated to another nation, which I just told you. Then these are some ancillary details. Why was the project criticized? This I told you. Transporting coal into India, high cost of importing. And another concern was capacity and maintenance charges, which again adds up to the cost. Why does Bangladesh need export? The answer is underutilization. So Bangladesh has made notable progress in expanding electricity access. However, the increase in electricity generation, India's South Asian neighbor continues to experience fuel and gas supply constraints, thus contributing to underutilization of its power plants. Okay, so they are not able to fully utilize excuse me, their power production capability, right? And of course, now that there is a political turmoil, we need to protect our interests. Where do we stand now? Regulatory change endows greater flexibility to power exporters by permitting them access to domestic market and reducing dependency on external markets, which I was explaining you. There's an entire internal vetting mechanism that follows the bill, blah blah blah. Even if the supply is stopped totally, the impact would last for 2 to 3 days because of the sudden nature, but not in the long term. This is impact to Bangladesh, not impact to India. Impact to India has been protected because we changed our export rules that now we can use that electricity for domestic production. I hope this article is clear. It was an interesting article. Give it a read if you haven't yet. Let's talk about the third topic of the day. Now, the third topic of day is related to our very dear neighbor China, which always keeps on poking us in some way or the other, keeps on taking panga. And the new panga is that Yaks from China are straying into Eastern Ladakh. Eastern Ladakh mein specifically which region? Eastern Ladakh mein specifically in the region of Demchok. Have any of you been to Ladakh? It's a very beautiful place. Eastern Ladakh nahi gaya main, but I have been to Ladakh for 7 8 days. Very beautiful, very nice landscape. And Demchok is in the extreme eastern part of Ladakh, where we share the boundary with China. Uh, Near that region, you also have the world's highest motorable road. Does anyone of you know, aware of it? What is the world's highest motorable road? It's in India, near the Chinese border, eastern Chinese border. Yes, I have shared my screen. There was a delay. No, Khardungla was previously the highest. Now it's at sixth or seventh position, I guess. Yes, Umlingla. Umlingla is the highest now. It's 19,000 some feet above sea level. And it's in eastern Ladakh, very remote. It takes you about 12 to 14 hours to from Leh, which is the capital, to reach that particular place. But anyway, let's not divert. The question here is regarding Demchok. So Demchok is also a place where still we have a off with China. We are still at a standoff, and military troops are engaged from both the sides, and both the sides are claiming that this is our territory and you need to back off. But none of the parties are backing off, and India claims that it's our region, which it is, and China claims that it is our region, which it's not. सो अभी यहाँ पे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ये चल रहा है कि जो यहाँ पे नोमैडिक ट्राइबल कम्युनिटीज होती दे रिलाई अ लॉट ऑन ग्रेजिंग दीज एनिमल्स, याक्स, शीप एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, all your mountain animals. So these tribal communities are now facing an issue because yaks from the Chinese side are infiltrating into eastern Ladakh in the Demchok region. Another name of the whole region is also called Chardingla area. The area is called Chardingla. I'll write it down for you. The word La is often heard in the regions of Uttarakhand, in the regions of Ladakh especially. What is the meaning of the word La? La? Can you guys tell me? What is the meaning of La? It's a Tibetan word, but what's the English translation of the word La? Umlingla, Khardungla, Chardingla. What is La? On which page is this article? I'll show you. I'll show you the article. So I was talking about the issue that grazing rights has become the issue of friction between both the parties, and China is claiming that it's their territory and India is claiming it's our territory, and standoff is still on. But again, this is a new issue which has erupted, which has taken limelight. Demchok ke alawa, there's also another region where standoff is going on. Can you guys tell me the name of that region? In Ladakh, where standoff is ongoing. It's a plain region, like plains, dash plains. Which plains? Anyone aware of it? It's called the Dipsang Plains. तो डिप्सांग प्लेन्स में भी स्टैंड ऑफ चल रहा है अपार्ट फ्रॉम डेमचॉक. काफ़ी सारे स्टैंड ऑफ हो चुके हैं. पैंगोंग लेक के पास भी स्टैंड ऑफ हुआ था recently, but that has been resolved. Let's go to the article. Let's look at this article on the newspaper as well. What is it saying? Here's the article. Nearly 40 yaks from the Chinese have ventured into Indian territory in the Demchok area of the eastern Ladakh and are in control of villagers there, says Demchok councillor. As per villages, these 40 Chinese yaks are found in Indian territory valley of Zomolung Demchok. They are under Demchok villagers' control. There should be a proper mechanism to return. We also lost our yaks to the Chinese side a few years back and did not get them back. So this is happening. Grazing rights for Indian nomads to traditional grounds under Chinese control has been an issue of friction as Chinese soldiers have denied them access. Our nomads of Demchok lost access to grazing area in Lungkar Valley in 2022 and Nilung Valley in 2017. Losing traditional grazing rights gradually affects the livelihood of border residents. What would be the alternative source of livelihood without livestock? Such incidents are commonplace on both sides of the border wherever graziers stay across the LAC, which is the line of actual control, the border between India and China. You guys quickly tell me in the chat box, what is the India-Pakistan border called? It is also having a particular name. Demchok is one of the two mutually agreed disputed areas in eastern Ladakh, with each side having varying claims in the Chardingla region. China set up tents on the Indian side of Chardingla couple of years before the 2020 standoff, the Doklam standoff. So one of the two disputed areas. The second disputed is the Depsang Plains, which I was telling you about. Yes, Radcliffe Line or the LOC, absolutely correct. Can India get Aksai Chin back? It's very difficult. It's almost impossible. There's still a possibility of getting the POK back, but Aksai Chin is very, very tough. Yes, Radcliffe Line is the correct answer. Is this area not fenced? Not entirely. See, these are very vast spreads of lands, and there are multiple river tributaries flowing through this. There are multiple long desert areas flowing through this. So, not properly fenced. This area is not properly fenced. So, it's very easy to, get lost like Jethalal and venture into Chinese territory. Not very easy because there are armed deployments, armies there, deployed there. But again, it's not properly fenced like the India-Pakistan border. Yes, someone has answered me. Pass. Yes, La is the word for pass. So Ladakh is formed from the word La and Dak, which is the land of high passes. Okay, chalo, theek hai. That was all about this particular article. Let's come back and do our fourth topic for the day, which is regarding the Clean Ganga mission. When was the Clean Ganga mission or the Namami Gange mission started? Can you tell me the year? The border is geographically defined. I was talking about fencing. 2014 is the correct answer. 2014 में नमामि गंगे or the Clean Ganga mission was started. What was the purpose of the mission? The purpose was to tackle pollution in Ganga river and its tributaries. उसके साथ साथ और क्या क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव्स थे इस मिशन के? ऑब्जेक्टिव्स थे टू रिस्टोर इकोसिस्टम एंड एवरीथिंग अराउंड द रिवर गंगा एंड इट्स बैंक्स. ठीक है, रिवर बैंक्स पे. उसके अलावा टूरिज्म एस्टैब्लिश करने की बात हुई थी ऑन द बैंक्स ऑफ रिवर गंगा. अवेयरनेस इंक्रीज करने की बात हुई थी. अवेयरनेस फॉर कंजर्वेशन ऑफ बायोडाइवर्सिटी अराउंड गंगा एंड इट्स ट्रिब्यूटरीज. Launched in 2014 and most of the projects were commissioned in 2015. बट अभी ये न्यूज़ में क्यों है? ये न्यूज़ में इसलिए है, और देखते हैं, न्यूज़ पे ही देखते हैं. इनके जो हेड है ना, नमामि गंगे मिशन के हेड, who is the head? Tell me in the chat box. Do you guys know who's the head of the Clean Ganga mission, the DG of Clean Ganga mission? He has said that the progress is very, very slow. Clean Ganga mission head flags slow pace of projects. So who's the head? Are you guys aware? The name of the head is Rajiv Mittal. Okay, so Mr. Rajiv Mittal has flagged that the Clean Ganga mission is going at a very, very slow pace. Let's read the article. The head of the Namami National Mission for Clean Ganga, the center's marquee क्या होता है? Special project to clean the Ganga and its tributaries, in a recent meeting expressed concern over the tardiness means slow, lazy nature of river Ganga, of river cleaning projects being executed in various states under the mission. Variety of projects commissioned since 2015 as part of Namami Gange mission, the costliest and most critical in development of sewage management and infrastructure. In all, nearly 37,550 crores has been sanctioned under the Namami Gange project. Only 18,000 crore has been spent as of June 2024. Records show sewage infrastructure projects alone make up 15,000 something crore. DG of NMCG, Rajiv Mittal, observed that the pace of expenditure so far is extremely slow, and they conducted a review on these projects. He asked the authorities in UP, which has the bulk of the projects, because the bulk of river Ganga passes through UP, which has the expenditure low. The expenditure was low. In response, the representative said that 15.16 crore have been spent on 6 projects in Jaunpur, Kasganj, Varanasi, Bareilly, Salori, and Agra. He said funds that have come in April or beginning of quarter were received in mid-June. Payment amounted to 25 crore, still under process. तो इन्होंने बोला है कि स्पेसिफिकली फॉर उत्तर प्रदेश ऑब्जर्वेशन वाज मेड दैट द एक्सपेंडिचर वाज स्लगिश, टेंडेड टू एक्सेलरेट इन सब्सिक्वेंट क्वार्टर्स, यानी कि आगे चल के इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. The review was to ensure that the pace of expenditure picks up in the remaining quarters in the financial year. The NMCG executed 15 or 16 projects in a year and has completed 112 projects in the past 7 years. Therefore, 4 projects in a quarter are a normal trend, the response added. तो ये कह रहे हैं कि भाई सही चल रहा है, आगे चल के ठीक कर लेंगे. बट जो इनके हेड है वो कह रहे हैं कि द पेस इज रियली स्लो. ओके, गुड आफ्टरनून कोलापल्ली. That is Ashok Srivastav, NGT head. No, I was not asking NGT head. I was asking Rajiv Mittal. He is the DG of the Clean Ganga mission. Okay. That brings us to the end of today's analysis. Only 4 pieces of news for today. Now let's go to our special quiz for the day, which is your Menti quiz. So people who are new to this, I'll explain you the process. We have a quiz on a platform called Menti. It's a quizzing platform. You simply need to open menti.com on your phones or on your laptops. We'll also stream it on YT, but you need to open it separately on menti.com. When you go to menti.com, it would ask you to enter a code. This is the code for the quiz. Once you enter the code of this, once you enter this code for my quiz, you would reach that particular quiz, and I would be your quiz master. I would be navigating you through the quiz. You would be having 4 options for every particular question, and you need to answer them as soon as possible, as fast as possible. So it's more like fastest finger first, and the person who answers correctly and the fastest gets the maximum points or the maximum coins, and the person who continuously answers fastest and most questions correctly comes on the top of the leaderboard. Okay, so this is the drill, and let's quickly go to our Menti. I'll start the quiz. I'll give you 1 minute to go to menti.com, put in the code, and get ready with your devices to start the quiz. The quiz code is 15793749. I'll put it in the chat box as well. Okay, Veer has put it in the chat box. Google is showing DG as Ashok Kumar. Update नहीं हुआ होगा. We'll go with the article. Adarsh is saying, please help me with my doubt. Let's take the doubt after the quiz, Adarsh. I would definitely be very happy to take your doubt. Are you guys on the quiz? Has everyone joined the quiz? I'll wait for 30 more seconds before we start the quiz. Okay. I'll quickly share my screen as well. All right. So the quiz is also on your screen now, so you can play along. But you need to open it on your respective screens, like on your respective devices through menti.com in order to participate. Okay, chalo. If everyone is ready, we'll start. Quickly give me a ready in the chat box if you guys are ready. Yes, the penguin is cute, I know. Ready in the YT chat box if you all are ready with your quiz portals. Okay. All right. So we'll start in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So instructions are clear. Please answer all the questions. There's no negative marking. And be as quick as possible to score more. Okay? So after this slide, you'll see the first question. And let's move on to the first question of the quiz. Let's see how many players are ready to play. So we have 33 players, 34 players ready. I have 44 players watching the stream, but 34 players ready. Do you guys need more time to join the quiz? I'll once again quickly tell you the process. You need to go to a website called menti.com and you need to put in the code. The code is also on your screen 1579 3749. menti.com पे जाके ये कोड आप डालेंगे तो आप पहुंच जाएंगे इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो पार्टिसिपेट 34 players are ready with me. I'll start in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The first question coming up on your screen now. In 3, 2, 1, go. What was India's rank in the latest Henley's Passport Index? We have done this question before, so it's a repeated question, and no one should get this wrong. At least the previous quiz participants should not get this wrong. Okay, approximately 10-11 people still got this wrong. It is 82. India's rank was 82. Which was the highest ranked country? The highest ranked country was Singapore. Okay, so remember this. This is important. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Nidhi is on first position with the maximum points with okay, there's a very tough competition this time. 1 point below is Simmer, then 1 point below is Bill, then 2 points below is Tamatar, then we have Tane, Preetham, Pushkar, Vish, Mukti, and Veer. Everyone above 900 points. Damn, the competition is intense. Okay, there are some tough questions as well. 39 players are ready for the second question of the quiz. Let's go. What was India's rank in the Artificial Intelligence Preparedness Index? Okay, only 17 people, approximately half of you got this wrong, half of you got this right. It's 72. India's rank was 72. And once again, the topper of this particular index was also Singapore. Okay, याद रखना. Make notes, keep making notes alongside while you are participating in the quiz. Running notes ले सकते हो आप लोग. Let's see if there are any variations to our leaderboard. I think Simmer has occupied the top spot. Yes, being the fastest. Then we have Tamatar, then we have Nidhi, Bill, Pushkar, Vish, Riddhi has come up on the leaderboard. Then we have Pradnesh, Pratika, and Mishika. Okay, let's move on to the third question of the day. We have 38 people ready, 39 people ready. Okay, let's go. Next question coming up in 3, 2, 1. India ranked 63rd in the Global Energy Transition Index, which was topped by which country? This is a variation in the question. Okay, approximately half of you got this right. It's Sweden. Sweden was the topper in this particular index, the Global Energy Transition Index, and India was at 63. Okay, chalo. ठीक है. Let's look at the leaderboard. Okay, I can see some new more participants coming up on the leaderboard. Bill is now on top with Simmer on second, Riddhi the fastest, once again breezed into top three. Then we have Pradnesh on fourth, Mishika on fifth, Vartika, Divyansh is on the leaderboard, Vote Goat is there, Tomater has slipped down to second last, and we have Nidhi. Okay, buckle up, guys. People who are not on the leaderboard, you still have a lot of time to come up. 37 players ready. Let's start question number 4. Question number 4 is this. What was India's rank in the Environment Performance Index 2024, which was topped by Estonia? Okay, once again, half of you got this right, half of you got this wrong. It was 176. So, quite a poor performance by India in this Environment Performance Index, which was topped by Estonia. This you need to remember. Estonia is important because you guys may get confused with other countries like Sweden, Norway, Finland, etc. But remember, Estonia is the topper for this particular index. It can be asked. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. I can again see some variations coming up. Riddhi has climbed to the second position. Bill is on first, then Simmer, Pradnesh, Vartika, Tamatar, Divyansh, Santa, who was the fastest, and we have Gorvi on the leaderboard and Mishika. Okay, interesting. Let's move to question number 5 out of 18. 38 players ready to play. Question coming up in 3, 2, 1. India's rank in the Global Gender Gap Index, which was topped by Iceland. Options are pretty close this time. Okay, 21 of you got this right, not bad. 129, India's rank was 129 in the Global Gender Gap Index, topped by Iceland. लास्ट ईयर भी आइसलैंड ही था टॉपर, इस साल भी आइसलैंड ही है टॉपर. Any variations? Just one variation between Santa and Divyansh. Simmer was the fastest, Bill on top, Riddhi on second. Okay, let's move to question number 6 out of 18. 38 players ready to play. Let's go for it. Question coming up in 3, 2, 1. As per World Migration Report, Dash is the top destination for Indian migrants. US, UAE, UK, or Canada? Okay, very few of you got this correct. It's UAE, United Arab Emirates. It's not US, it's not UK, it's not Canada. ठीक है, so it's UAE. चलो, Let's look at the leaderboard. I'm guessing कुछ variations आने वाले हैं. Equal points for Bill and Ridhi. Ridhi and Bill were fastest, joint fastest. Quite a stiff competition. Then we have Pradnesh, Vartika, Simar, Divyansh. Vinita is up on the leaderboard. Sanvi is up on the leaderboard. Then we have Tomater and we have Santa. Okay. Some people have lost their place on the leaderboard, so time to reclaim it back. With the next question, question number 7 coming up on your screen now. In 3, 2, 1. Here you go. Which of the following Indian city has taken the 37th spot on the wealthiest cities report 2024? This was a trick question, and you guys got trapped very successfully. So, there were two Indian cities in this particular wealthiest cities report. One was Mumbai, of course, which had the highest rank, but its rank was not 37th, it was 24th. It was on the 24th spot, which was the highest from India. And New Delhi was the second city in this particular report on the 37th spot. The question was which Indian city has taken the 37th spot, which is the second spot from India, and it was New Delhi. Mumbai was 24th, higher than New Delhi, but not the right answer to this question. So, successfully trapped you all, feeling so happy. Let's look at the leaderboard. कैसा लगा मेरे जाल में फंस के देवियों और सज्जनों? सिर्फ 3 लोग हैं लीडर बोर्ड पे जो नहीं फंसे, एंड वर्तिका, रिद्धि एंड वन मोर पर्सन, I missed the name. Riddhi was the fastest and the most well prepared, also, I guess. She has prepared really well, it seems, and has occupied the top spot again from Bill. Then we have Bill, Vartika, Pradnesh, Sanvi, Simar, Divyansh, Vinita, Tomater, and Santa. Okay. Next question coming up. Question number 8. 36 players ready. 2 players have already gotten demotivated. Let's go for the 8th question coming up on your screen in 3, 2, 1. As per the latest report by CIPRI, India is the dash largest military spender in the world. This is an easy question. We have discussed this before in one of our classes. Yes, many of you got this right. India is the 4th largest military spender in the world as per a report by CIPRI. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Bill was the fastest, still on second. Riddhi is on first. Vartika third. Pradnesh, Sanvi, Simar, Divyansh, Santa, Vinita, and Parv has come up on the leaderboard with 3,992 points. Let's go to the next question. Question number 9. We are halfway into our quiz. 34 players ready with me. Let's go. People who are not making up to the leaderboard, don't get disheartened, don't get demotivated. It's just a fun activity. Yeah. ये लीडर बोर्ड से कॉलेज नहीं मिलेगा. India ranked 159th in the World Press Freedom Index, which was topped by which country? Okay, many of you got confused again. It was not Estonia, not Finland, not Sweden. It was Norway. Norway was the topper in the World Press Freedom Index. India was 159th. Okay, not many of you on the leaderboard got this correct. Riddhi, Pradnesh, Simar, Magical Rhino, Pavi. Okay. Riddhi is again off top, and Bill has been displaced from the second position by Pradnesh. Then we have Bill, Vartika, Simar, Divyansh, Sanvi, Santa, Pavi, and Magical Rhino, who was the fastest and has breached the leaderboard. Okay. I'm enjoying this. New players coming up on the leaderboard with every particular question. That's really good. Next question coming up on your screen in 3, 2, 1. India ranked dash in the World Cybercrime Index 2024. Okay, most of you got this right. India was at the 10th rank in the World Cybercrime Index. Which country was the topper in this particular index? It was Russia. Okay, Russia was at first position and India was at 10th in the World Cybercrime Index. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. So Bill has just dropped down a couple of positions. Santa was the fastest, and rest is pretty much same. Okay, let's move to question number 11 out of 18. 35 players ready to play, 36 players ready to play. Let's go for it. Question coming up on your screen now. The fifth meeting of the ASEAN India Trade in Goods Agreement Joint Committee was held in which city? Majority of you got this right. I'm happy. Jakarta, Indonesia was the place where this particular committee meeting was held. It was not New Delhi, it was Jakarta, Indonesia. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Bill and Santa did not get this right, would lose a few points. Then we have Riddhi, Pradnesh was the fastest for this question. Vartika, Simar, Divyansh, Sanvi, Bill, Vinita, Santa, and Parv. All right. Let's go for the question number 12 out of 18. 36 players ready to play. Let's go for it. Okay, now we are done with indexes. Now we are at conferences. Global Conclave on Plastic Recycling and Sustainability will be held at, I think it should be was held at. Was held at. Yes, New Delhi is the correct answer. It was held at New Delhi. Right, some of you got this wrong. Some of you got confused with Sikkim. Sikkim was in news because it banned the entry of plastics in the state. So you had to, you cannot carry plastics in the state and you have to bring it back. That is why Sikkim was in news related to plastic. But this conference conclave was happening in New Delhi. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Avi was the fastest, climbed up a position. Riddhi, Pradnesh, Simar, Vartika, Divyan, Sanvi, Bill, Vinita, Pavi, and Parv. Okay. I need new names coming up on the leaderboard. Come on, guys, buckle up. We still have 5 questions left, 35 players ready to play. Let's go for question number 13 coming up on your screen now. The first IDF Regional Dairy Conference Asia Pacific 2024 will be held in. Yes, the correct answer is Kochi. It's not Ahmedabad, it's not Coimbatore, it's not Kolkata, but Kochi in Kerala. Not many changes to the leaderboard, just Bill slipping down a few points. Santa was the fastest, rest all the rankings are pretty much same. Let's go to question number 14 out of 18, 35 players ready, 36 players ready with me. Question number 14 on your screen now. Dash held the 46th Antarctic Treaty Consultative Meeting and the 26th meeting of the Committee for Environment Protection. You need to tell the name of the city. And very few people got this right. This was once again held in Kochi, Kerala. Not New Delhi, not Mysore, not Mumbai, but Kochi. Riddhi got this wrong, and Pradnesh got points for this. Then we have Simar. Vartika climbed up on third. Simar on fourth. Devyansh, Sanvi, Parv, Santa the fastest. Then Vinita. Achyut is back on the leaderboard. Okay, interesting. Let's go to question number 15. 35 players ready to play. Let's go for it. Question coming up on your screen now. The third ministerial conference of the World Trade Organization kicked off on Feb 27, 2023 in, this would be 2024, I guess. Typo है वहाँ पे. Nevertheless, the question is correct, and most of you got this correct. It was Abu Dhabi, absolutely. Okay, Vinita was the fastest for this question, climbed a few points, rankings. Rest is pretty much same. Let's go to question number 16. We are moving towards the end of our quiz. 35 players ready to play. Let's go. 21st edition of BioAsia, Asia's premier biotech and life sciences convention, began in which city? Okay, now this is a proper bar graph. 3, 8, 10, and 12. 12 people got this correct. It was Hyderabad. Riddhi was the fastest. Then we have Pradmesh, Vartika, Simar, Divyansh, Sanvi, Vinita, Parv, Santa, and Tane has made up on the leaderboard. Good job. Okay, we are down to the second last question of the day. 34 players ready to play. Let's go for it. Dash hosted the third Voice of Global South Summit. This is a very recent news. And an easy question as well. Most of you got this correct. It was India. It was not Australia, not Indonesia, but India. Most of the people, all of the people on the leaderboard got this correct. Parv climbed one spot above Vinita. Santa was the fastest. Okay. The last question of the quiz. Question number 18. 33 players ready to play. Let's look at it. In July 24, India hosted the 46th session of the World Heritage Committee in which place? Okay, most of you got this correct again. It was New Delhi. It was not Srinagar, not Kochi, not Hyderabad, but New Delhi. Let's look at the final leaderboard and see who's the winner of our today's quiz. Where say all of you are winners, all of you who participated. But see, let's see. Riddhi is the winner. Pradnesh is at second. Vartika at third. Simar at fourth. Divyansh at fifth. Sanvi sixth. Parvi seventh. Vinita eighth. Santa ninth. And Achyut is 10th. And all of the rest of you, you are winners for me in my heart. People, all of you who participated. Okay. Chalo, congrats to Riddhi once again. Good performance, Riddhi. You all can congratulate her in the chat box as well, and you all can also let me know how was the quiz this time. Did you guys enjoy the quiz? How was it? Parvesh saying congrats Riddhi as usual. This is because Riddhi prepares well. Riddhi comes prepared for the quiz, and you all should do that too. Tanvi was Santa. Okay, congratulations to you, Santa. Summit cities important for CLAT. They can be asked as one-liners in ALET and can be asked in CLAT if there is, let's say, a passage on environment. So one question can come from the environment index. If there is a passage on, let's say, migration, one question can come on migration. So this is how one question can be asked as a part of a broader theme, which is why it becomes important for both the entrances, CLAT as well as ALIT. ठीक है, चलो बढ़िया है. How was the quiz, guys? Did you all enjoy the quiz? मजा आया? Who was Tomato? Yes, please reveal yourself. Tomato कौन था? Good performance for the greater part of the quiz. Yes, Adarsh, your doubt, please. Please ask your doubt. I'm here to answer it. People who have any questions related to the quiz, related to GK prep, related to strategy, related to Hindu analysis, please feel free to ask. We'll have doubts for a couple of minutes and then we'll end the session. Mishika is saying rank better than usual this time. That's good. Leaderboard did not enjoy. कोई बात नहीं यार. That's fine. Leaderboard is just for fun. What's important is that you learned through the quiz, you enjoyed the quiz. ठीक है. करंट अफेयर्स का कॉन्टेक्स्ट रिवाइज नहीं हो पा रहा है. मैगजीन प्लस अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 170 टॉपिक्स. प्लीज कुछ बता दीजिए इस प्रॉब्लम को कैसे सॉल्व करें. तो 170 टॉपिक्स इज फेयरली मैनेजेबल. I don't think that 170 topics are a lot. You guys are lucky that way. When I personally attempted CLAT to CLAT, we had to cover a lot of ground because questions were not passage based. So you cannot identify what is the most important topics or what are the more relevant topics. You had to prepare everything under the sun. It could ask anything to you. But you guys still have it easier because you can filter it out to a certain extent, which topics and articles are important. And as you have filtered it out to 170 topics, what you can do is break them down. You know, break them down to, let's say, 20 topics which you revise. If you have covered them, you can revise 20 topics in a day. You can just either highlight your notes, either you can put up sticky notes, either you can take out printouts and put them on your room. Just do 20 topics a day, a quick revision, and then repeat the cycle. You can also break it down even further to 10 topics a day. अगर 10 टॉपिक एक दिन में करोगे तो कितना टाइम लगेगा? 17 दिन लगेंगे. 17 days it would take you. The next time you revise it, it would take you 8 to 9 days. And in the next time, it would take you 2 to 3 days. And the last time, it would just take you a couple of days. So there's no shortcut to it. You have to do it. You have to put in the hours. You have to put in the hard work. Okay? वीकेंड पे करो, हॉलीडे पे करो. नेक्स्ट मेंटी का डिसाइड करते हैं. टुडे इज ट्यूसडे. लेट्स हैव आवर नेक्स्ट मेंटी ऑन फ्राइडे. डज फ्राइडे वर्क? Suggest me some topics for the next Menti, guys. Which topics do you want for the next Menti? The chat box is open for suggestions. मंथन भी करना. मंथन तो करते चलो every week. Do मंथन every week on a weekly basis or on a daily basis if you have a backlog. There's no specific list, yeah, because you mentioned that Adarsh mentioned 170 topics, so I kept that as reference. But there's no specific list. You have to identify. There is no sure short list which anyone can give you or any institute can give you, and they can say it with guarantee that paper would come from this list. You can make speculations, you can make estimations, but you cannot be sure. Monthly करना है. Monthly current affairs quiz. Should we do it for June because we have done a fair bit for July? Awards. Kolapalli Singh Awards. Okay. Okay, I'll give you two options. Option one is awards, appointments, and important days. And option two is monthly revision of June. You need to tell me one or two in the chat box. One or two in the chat box, quickly. I'll count. Okay, this seems to be a tough fight again. So I'll count the ones first. I have 8 votes for one. And I have 9 votes for two. Okay, now it's tied. Now we have 10 votes for one and 9 for two. You guys cannot respond again, okay? That's not gonna work. Chalo, I'll announce it. I'll announce it on the community, or I'll announce it in tomorrow's class. We can go with both. We can do. Uh, Chalo, let's do one. Let's do one. Okay, let's do awards and appointments and important days. Okay. उसके बाद we'll do June revision. We can do June revision in the next Menti. Okay, so it's gonna be one, which is awards, appointments, and your important days. क्योंकि अभी तक हम टॉपिक वाइज चल रहे हैं तो थोड़ा सा टॉपिक वाइज एक और टॉपिक कर लेते हैं. So the topic for Friday's Menti quiz is awards, appointment, and days. And the next we can do is June revision. Okay, don't worry, we'll have a revision for every month. We'll also have marathon sessions for your monthly revisions. So पूरी आपकी monthly वाली तैयारी मैं करवा दूंगा. And Salik sir, of course, is there with me to help out. Yeah, chalo. That's all for today, guys. It's been a long session and I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to share it with all your aspirant friends. And also, don't forget to ask everyone to subscribe to the channel. You guys know the drill. Okay? Comments bhi kar sakte ho with regards to how you find this particular session if you are new to this session. Bye bye. Take care. Have fun. Keep learning. Keep preparing. Signing off. See you tomorrow.